demographic from the beginning.
Okay. Can you share with me a little bit about how the consultative sales process that I taught you and your coaches is working very well with that particular demographic of people who otherwise may have been intimidated or scared away of CrossFit?
Yeah, absolutely. So the sales process for us has gone through really probably three changes. At first, you walked in and you were like, "Here's my money," and I was like, "Oh, thank you. Let me take it." And you just started CrossFit. Then we went into what we call a prescriptive model, where we'd sit down, really listen to the person's goals, and then prescribe um, some solution that would get them to their goal, whether it be personal training, CrossFit, mix of the two.
And I just want to interrupt there because that prescriptive model comes from Two Brain Business Coaching, which is a company that specifically helps box owners and affiliate owners build systems and predictability and predictable profits within their boxes. And you were not only a great client for them for the last few years, but you also have worked your way up to become one of their mentors. So you are also helping other box owners achieve and maintain profitability. And that's where the predictive sales model came from.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. And then what Scott brought in and everything was it's almost like another layer to this prescriptive model. And that's really sitting down and talking to the person, getting past just the goals, but getting to the why, and really understanding and knowing that person's story, where they are, where they've been, and where they're going. And I found that that conversation is just, it's amazing. By the time you finish that conversation, you really know the person. When you prescribe or just offer your solution for that person, you really feel that you're offering what they really need. It gets you past just oh, this is our fundamentals course, this is our onboarding process, and get you into, no, this person actually really needs personal training and nutrition, or this person really just needs nutrition for a while and to get on a rower or a bike and get some aerobic capacity built up. And you can make that authentic recommendation to that person, knowing that you're offering the very best thing for that person. You're not just offering what you would offer anybody who comes through the door. I really believe that you can do that and you feel obligated, almost more than just obligated, like charged with the responsibility to offer, because that person has just really bared their soul and where they've been, and you have to do your very best for that person. So I think it's made that part easier, making the recommendation to the person easier, because you're just like, look, this is what you need, and
I would say that Chris Cooper's prescriptive model was almost putting you in the position of like a doctor and a patient, where you wanted to get to learn about them so you could prescribe the right combination of exercise and nutrition. I think that layer you mentioned that I'm bringing to the table is a little bit of psychology too.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of psychology to go just a little bit deeper. It helps you in any other conversation that you ever have with this person. If they hit a plateau, if they want to quit, if they're trying to find a new goal, anything, you can go back to that original conversation and almost have it again with that person and say, okay, well, what are the changes now? Now, your present has changed. Your future has changed. What does that new future look like, and what do you want next? And I think that's a really powerful conversation, because you go from, I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, well, we've lost 20 pounds. You're watching people do muscle ups, you're watching people do, explosive lifting, and now that's completely available to you. You've leveled up as it were in video games, and now we can take you to the next level of anything you want to do in your life.
Yeah.
You know?
Has this deeper sales process for you and your coaches impacted you financially?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, um, we've increased really our PT sales. We used to do a lot of fundamental sales and everything, but now, which is usually like a six pack of PT teaching, um, the movements and everything. And now we're selling a lot more 10 packs, 20 packs of PT with nutrition, which was always really important to me that we would do. Um, but like it wasn't really happening, and I think because we were afraid. So I know in October it increased our onboarding from I think it was like generally about $1,800 a month to over $6,000 in October, and then November we were at 4,000. So it was a little bit less, but that's more of a lead thing. That's still higher than the 1,800 that we were doing for our general onboarding packages. And then I don't have the numbers for December at this point, but you can see that it's made a pretty big impact.
And tell me a little bit about how you're using my system to share this information with all the other coaches. So no matter who's with that member or client, they still feel important and they still feel cared for. Tell me a little bit about how that's working for you.
Yeah, so we take down all the information, give it to our Joy Girl. Our Joy Girl then puts it into the software, and then the software plays in our back room. So basically, any coach at any time can go in there, kind of get briefed up on um, who has what goals, what are they trying to achieve. They can also look on their mobile device um, and look at who's coming to class, and then get a good brief up on everybody before they come in, which is really
Right.
really nice. You're keeping track of it right there within the confines of the coaches, so all the coaches are on the same page.
Yeah, I always thought it was important for every coach to know who every athlete is and what their why to is, their long-term play and their next goal, and then also be able to see what the other coach has recommended for that person so you can remain consistent and also make that member feel important. Is there anything that you would like to close with that maybe you would want people to know either about me or my values or my philosophies, or maybe why somebody might want to take a call with me and go through my process?
Sure. Yeah. I found that Scott is really an ideas guy, and but he's an ideas guy that can take action. He can sit there, break down your problems, come up with solutions fairly quickly, sometimes too quickly, and you're like, I think he had a cheat sheet available, but who cares if you have a cheat sheet or not? It's pretty awesome to get that kind of level of service and everything so quickly. His heart is really in um, functional fitness and helping middle-aged men and women, like I said, the group that we're really going after now, um, to overcome their struggles and everything, like he himself overcame, and will tell you about if you jump on a call. So absolutely recommend a call. 15 minutes, 30 minutes. It's not going to be wasted time. You're definitely going to come away with something.
All right, Josh. Well, hey, thank you for the conversation, and I'll be talking with you soon, buddy.
All right, sounds good.
All right, take care.